Okay, here's your first standard run on Friday, the 27th. That was good how you stuck with it there. He likes to do that, doesn't he? Okay. So watch it again and slow it down when we need to. So your first cross. So you did a great job of, look how early you're cueing this. You're already bringing, look at your shoulders. You're already rotating your shoulders. Your outside arm is up. And you're even starting to rotate. And he's still, he's definitely committed to the jump. But look, you almost have this rotation done when he lifts off. And that is really good, Ingrid. I mean, that's a huge improvement. So I would say, so he didn't really, and you kept moving back, but see how he's still going this way? I think that that is because he was being naughty. And I think that because he's been allowed to jump that way and not come into the space right here where he should have because you cued that early enough, he's just, you know, he doesn't want to collect and he doesn't want to work hard to make that turn and land in that space. So this is the sort of thing that in training you need to be really aware of. And if you cue something really early like that, and he still lands straight and long this way, you need to go back and make him do it right. There's also one jump stuff you can do that can help you work on this, but I think he was being a little bit naughty there. But you got him back. Okay, now this. I know why you were doing a rear cross there. I remember this course. And this would have been a hard rear cross, I think, to pull off with the tunnel. You're starting to move behind him now, but now he's lifting off, so it's just really late. And so, well, it's late to get this tunnel. The way you're cueing this, it's great. You're really cueing that. To get the right end of the tunnel, the correct end of the tunnel, I would have pulled in here really, really deep, and then so that I was standing right here when he went where he is, so that I would be here when he is where he is over the jump right now, and sucked myself in really tight here to him so that you could cross behind him but then drive forward that way. It's actually a really tricky cross to try to do, because see, now you're so far away from him and you move behind him so late that, I mean, he is correct to think that he's going to the other tunnel. So if you had come in here really, really tight, so you're really close with him, and then see, by coming in close to this red jump, the lateral motion that you have to show this way to get around the orange jump is decreased. Can you see that? If you suck yourself in right here, and then you can pretty much just kind of go straight this way, then you're not really ever pulling this way, which wouldn't pull him. but you'd have to suck in really close and then do your cross really early and then drive, like speed up and run as fast as you can to that tunnel. It's pretty tricky. Probably would have been safer to just come out here and do a front cross. And there was nothing else out here. And if it was ugly and, you know, it was late and he bumped into you, didn't matter. You probably still could have pulled it off. And I don't know if you were worried if you were on this side, if the dog would go to the dog walk, but I mean, look at your line from right here. You could run a perfectly straight line all the way to that tunnel, and I don't think he would have gone to the dog walk. I don't know. Okay. Oops. So there, your motion just pulls him right over. Now, the weaves, I want you to see how you go really slow to the weaves. You're almost like hesitant to get to the weaves. And you even slow down. Well, maybe you slow down because you could tell he was going to enter wrong. But then now watch when you restart. You just go to the weaves. Watch, you're like, go. And you're just more, I don't know. I almost think you should just try to, I mean, not like race and sprint to the weaves, but don't be so hesitant, because I think your hesitancy is causing him to question if that's the right thing. So try to just, you know, get going. Now this turn was pretty good. You could have done a lateral send. See how he's already getting ready to lift off? And I can see you're starting to push off on your left foot. So you're getting ready to come over, but you're still pretty much going forward and everything's forward. And now you're bringing up your outside arm, which is great. But you could have cued this earlier. You could have cued that turn earlier by before, like when he's right here. If you have your arm up just like you do and you say hup, but you start to move this way. Okay? That would have helped cue the turn. I mean, the turn was fine, but it just would have helped him a little bit more know. Because see, he lands pretty straight, and he takes another stride out before he really starts turning. But you do a good job of hanging on to this, and you've got your arm up. You're probably calling him, but see how far he came out this way. He doesn't like to turn, really. I mean, he would much rather just go straight and long, so you need to think about that with your turns. And if you need to do a lateral send to cue a turn better, then you need to do that. But you hung on to this, and you pulled it off, so that was great. Kind of an iffy contact there. This judge was horrible for calling stuff like that. So now something happens here. Oh, the shoot. Another time when you could have done a lateral send. So you just send him in, you're going straight, but by the time you pull over, it's too late. So, you know, right here, really the shoot is easier than a jump, because you're probably not going to pull, it's going to be harder to pull him off the shoot than a jump. So you should have been already moving this way, because, I mean, he's going into that shoot. There's like no question. But when he goes in, the last thing he really sees is you pretty much just moving this way. So that's going to make him come out of the chute really long and really fast. And if you had done a lateral send when he went into the chute, he might still come out long and fast, but he might also know more that there's a turn coming. So now you're moving lateral, but he can't see you, obviously. And he has, and see, now you're moving this way. And he, you know, while it doesn't look like he's looking at you, he can tell that you're moving that way. So he's just going to keep moving that way because there's a jump over there. And you've got your arm up and everything, but you're still moving this way. So the arm is like, whatever. And he can't see the arm because he's not even looking at you. So the lateral send and then doing everything you're done, it would have just helped him. And see, now he's like way past that jump. And he's not going to, you know, fight to go get it. And then the end was good.